Can you believe Yoshi said it? Did you ever think he would take Final Fantasy XIV in this direction? Yoshi P, may the light of the 12 always protect him, amen, flat out said we are no longer going homo. And by homo, I mean homogenization. Don't believe me? Here it is, folks.
And the reason for this change is sort of cleaning up and streamlining some of the busyness that happens during the burst damage phase for 7.0 anyways. And then I did mention about how we want to improve the not playability, but like how players can strategize and sort of make kind of work their strategies, as well as the developers kind of do creative things through 7.0. So right now we're just kind of streamlining it for this expansion, and once we get to say 8.0, we'll start kind of enhancing the individualities of some of these jobs.
During the recent Letter from the Producer Live Part 81, Naoki Yoshida discussed the approach to job adjustments in Final Fantasy XIV. He acknowledged the current trend towards streamlining jobs, but emphasized future plans to make them more unique. Specifically, Yoshi P said, "We are streamlining jobs right now. We are planning to make jobs more individualistic in the future. Myself and many of you out there know that homogenization can sometimes be bad for the game. I'm not here to debate about whether the game is streamlined or homogenized, the man said it himself. But I wanted this video to be more of a discussion piece about where the game is headed. As some of you may know, I have put in a good amount of time into World of Warcraft. Maybe I haven't told everyone the extent, but I probably played WoW for a good 10 years or so. And one thing I did enjoy about WoW was how different the classes felt. A protection paladin was nothing like a warrior, and druid tanks had their own unique flavor as well. Diablo 4 is considered a completely different genre, but it's a great example of how the classes feel 100% different from each other. The design of Diablo 4 does a great job of making abilities and playstyle feel unique and special. There are many more comparisons I could draw, but over the years, Final Fantasy XIV has continued this trend of consolidation and simplification. For example, I can switch from warrior to paladin, and I feel like I'm playing almost the same job, just with different animations and a slightly different rotation. I don't feel like I'm playing a paladin until I use something like Passage of Arms. And I don't really feel like I'm playing a warrior until I hit Inner Release. Job identification has slowly been fading into a melting pot of their respective roles. Don't get me wrong, it's not all bad. It's nice being able to figure out a job easily and being able to switch around because I don't necessarily need a guide or tons of practice to get by. And I'm sure this is where you, the viewers, will be divided. The players who are more casual may perhaps like that things are easier to adapt to and are more uniformed, while players who are a bit more hardcore may find that boring and unengaging. I probably am somewhere in between in terms of how I play Final Fantasy XIV. I do all the Savage content, but I haven't dabbled into Ultimates, so maybe I'm a mid-core player? Anyway, I really want the jobs to feel different. Not just learning, but mastering a job is fun, exciting, and really gives me something to work towards. And perhaps the general consensus is the same because the production team is shifting towards that direction.
I kind of blurted 8.0, but we have yet to release 7.0. But whenever we're talking about drastically changing the different mechanics of the jobs, or making it more interesting, more fun to play, and it relates to kind of upholding the system, so to speak. So we actually need to start talking about things like that in the lead up to a major expansion. So we've actually started to talk about like what direction we want to take this into like 2 months ago already. So
here you can see that Yoshi did touch on changing the mechanics of jobs and making them more interesting and fun to play. So if you feel a change is needed, Yoshi feels the same way. With that said, I have a positive outlook on the game. I'm hoping this opens the doors up for some outside of the box abilities. Things like Passage of Arms, where you have to position yourself in front of the group, really make it feel like you're protecting them. Or how when you rescue someone, it feels like you really saved their life. And rest in peace, Hisatsu Kaiten. Samurai feels a lot less like Samurai without it. But what do you guys think? Is this the right direction for the game, or do you feel like things need to be more streamlined? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. I realize this is more of a thought piece, but unless you watched the most recent live letter, not too many people are talking about this. So hopefully you found this of some interest. I want to thank you guys for stopping by and watching this video. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time.